How these niggas real? Fucking nigga feel. White tee with joggers every day. I'm no civilian. I told y'all this is a special one. This like the inaugural podcast edition. And this nigga here was the first nigga to be like, bro, you got to bring white tees and joggers back. You should start bringing guests on. So I'm like, it's only right he be the first guest for the first OG edition of the podcast series. So going to introduce yourself to the people who might know you in my small budding crowd.
Yeah. Heck yeah. It's Boogie Fool. Chi-Town representative, young OG. In here with my boy Vontae. 1050.
Man, it's a blessing.
Working up.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Hey man, you want to drink or something, man? Let's get it started, man.
Yeah, I'm sipping like on a little something already.
Oh, shout out to the sis with the Beauty Moon lashes for the cups.
Yeah.
We fuck with the sis. Vino getting this little screen time on. He always want to hide behind the camera and shit.
Appreciate you, bro. For sure.
Henny us, please.
Much gratitude.
Yeah, this gonna be a celebration, cup for the first episode. Shout out to Baby Blue in the background making all the little noise. But anyway, man, before we get started, man, give everybody a breakdown on like what got you started and like the music and everything. give us some of your upbringing, man. Let the people know who Boogie Fool is.
Boogie Fool, Ace Boogie, whatever you want to call me, Hot Boy Boogie. From the south side of Chicago. I got my start in hip hop at the age of 8. Hence the spelling of my name, B the number 8, G-I-E. But started rapping when I was 8. Started producing when I was 9. Made my first project when I was 10 years old. Self-produced, self-recorded, self-engineered. My first like demo tape debut. Straight off a karaoke machine and a keyboard. And a computer and a program called EJ.
Okay. Erky jerk, for y'all don't know, that's what the hood niggas used to drink. The hood, the Erky jerk.
Yeah, bro. I just stayed rapping my whole life. I always knew that's what I wanted to do. I never stopped. Came up with FOC. That's Focused on Cash, for those who don't know. Small collective out of Chicago. Some blog era rap stars. You can do your research. The internet ain't going nowhere. We all over the internet. I don't know, bro. Came to LA and continued on the path and went even crazier, honestly.
So you say you've been doing this since you was 8, 9 years old. What keeps you going? Like, what's giving you like the amount, or I should say, the drive to continue going after all of this time?
That same 8-year-old kid, like the kid in me, being somebody that he would be proud of to this day, trying to make sure that I live the dream that he always had. Somebody told me, it was really IB. Shout out to IB Classic.
Shout out to my brother IB.
Shout out to IB. IB made me realize recently that I always had like an early self-identity. Just explaining to him how I was raised, my relationship with my parents and shit. He was like, yeah, see, they allowed you to have an early self-identity. I was like, damn, he right. I always been who I am. That's how I also feel like I was able to maintain lifelong friends. Like all my friends I've had since first grade and up. Lifelong checks and balances for the very reason. Like I want to make sure that, I ain't switching up. I'm staying, sometimes it's loyal to a fault, but staying loyal. What was the question? I forgot the question.
No, it was just like I was trying to figure out what kept you really like going and motivated like after all of this time. Like
those people,
like you could go further into
balances.
like what do you deem as success like for your career, and like I just want to get your backstory, like giving people more in-depth opportunity to figure out like the origin of Boogie Fool,
Yeah, it's those people, those checks and balances that been with me from the beginning and just making sure that I'm somebody I could be proud of, continuing my childhood dream. I never want to feel like I let the world get to me and kill my dream, like shut my shit down. So like continuing it by any means, that's the most important thing for me. Plus wanting to make a statement as far as like being one of the coldest at this shit too. So like a real life MC, it's not enough. It's not enough of us out there. I gotta be one of them. Like that's why I respect you. We've had these conversations.
I'm a big fan of your voice, man. Your process, man. If y'all don't know, go check out the record Closer we did, a couple years back. That's one of my favorites, most introspective.
It's been a couple years already.
Yeah. Talk to us about like, some of your inspirations behind music, whether that be producers, songwriters, MCs. Like, give us a backstory of like what got you, like, who inspired you, what pushed you to create and cultivate the particular sounds you had, because you got a very distinct tone and voice, and it's like it stands out just from like it's very commanding, and from like another MC to another. Like I've always told you how I felt like you was dope, like you just got a sound like niggas can't mimic, and it's like a real authentic thing. Like I no homo, I love your voice. I tell you that all the time. Like
no, I appreciate that.
You got the voice for this shit for sure. Like
my influences. The reason I started rapping is the Hot Boys, Cash Money Records, Hot Boys and Big Timers. Juvenile was my favorite rapper. That was my first rap name. My first rap alias was Juvenile Jr. That's how I started, trying to sound imitate everything they did. And I believe, like, in my heart of hearts, I believe that trying to copy Juvenile and BG's voice my whole life, I feel like that's what kind of, like, I feel like I kind of, like, molded my voice to become what it was. Because I don't have another explanation for it.
Did you ever do it good? What's the matter? You're bad there.
I used to do my best impressions for all their voices. Juve, BG, Wayne, Turk. I used to do my best impression for all their voices, but Juve was always my favorite. And
I was just about to ask you who was your favorite out the Hot Boys.
Juvenile, bro. He's still my favorite rapper to this day.
I would take Juvie too, but I would take Turk second. I think Turk second. Obviously, Wayne had the bigger career out of all of them, but we talking about Hot Boys only.
Free BG.
We talking about, I fuck with BG too, but we talking about Hot Boys only. To me, it's Juvie and Turk. But like Wayne obviously got on his own thing once he left, when he became a solo act.
For sure. So that's my earliest influences, and I want to say that's like vocally. Mm-hmm. But when I get on my poetic, my reflective, and like when I get in my bag, bro, it's really I really attribute that to like Nas, really. Like I don't know, like Nas changed my rap style when I discovered Illmatic and all that shit. When I went back and did my research and figured out all the classics and shit, it's really Nas as far as like that's one of my greatest influences. Juvenile and Nas, believe it or not.
See, we got that in common because I got in touch with Nas listening through Game, and then going back like when the takeover Ether thing was going on. Like I remember Blueprint came out in 9/11, and I'm in Chicago in grammar school. They let us out of school. My uncle bootlegging CDs, but that's a combination. Juvenile,
that's a crazy
and Nas.
Combination.
Yeah,
man.
I would have never thought that. Like
on I forget the name of the song, but on Nas's project with Hit Boy, bro, he quoted Juvenile. Like he just started rapping.
You talking about Magic, right?
Yeah.
Dope ass project.
No. Before Magic, King's Disease 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
King's Disease 2. He say Nas quoted Juvenile, and I was like, bro, what? That's like if the inner kid in me, who I do this shit for, was flipping, like losing his mind, like
had a moment.
Did Nas just say, and I'll be thugging behind a project building with my ghetto children? Like that's from 400 Degrees, like the best, That's when Cash Money started taking over for the 9.
Man, let's take a little shot for that, man. Get my Noriega on.
I need some.
Come on, Vino. Pour us another cup. Vino, get your screen time on.
I should have had you pour me a little more. My bad, bro. My apologies. But yeah, shout
out to the cameraman. If this Vino, I'm the only one that call him Vino. Shout out to Baby Blue.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, he wanted some screen time.
Yeah, for sure.
Take another shot for that. right, so for the people who don't know, tell a story about how like we connected and everything, like how all of this can come together and whatnot.
Everything happened for a reason. I'm grateful for the many connections within like this network. So it started with, to be completely honest, this wouldn't happen if it weren't for IB, but me and IB wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Murph Watkins, that is. Shout out to Murph.
Shout out my nigga Murph. We gonna bring him up. We ain't gonna talk too much, but we gonna get Murphy and IB on this motherfucker too.
Yeah. That Worth Lots Faith Good, WLFG.
Dope collaborative project from y'all too.
Shout out my brother Murph Watkins. I met IB through Murph, and then I met you through IB. A genuine appreciation, like from MC to MC. Like I saw the IB had already explained like y'all connection, like how you grew as an MC working with him, and you challenged him to grow as a producer and shit like that. And
yeah,
he gives us both that kind of credit. I don't mean to speak for him. And it was bound to happen. We supposed to work. He's supposed to have more work than we got already. That's probably my fault.
We all that's gonna get handled soon come, man. We got some new shit we cooking up. We ain't gonna get too far ahead. We wanna stay in the moment.
That's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out IB, shout out Murph. Don't feel right without shouting out my brother MARSALIS too. Just to put that out there.
Yeah, shout out to I call him Young Quincy Jones, man.
Epiphanies.
That brother's gifted, man.
Feature Form Studios. Go get your work.
I wanted to ask you, in terms of like, cause you've been doing it for so long, like, what do you want your musical like legacy to be like when it's all said and done?
Well, believe it or not, bro, I made hip hop history already.
With the Stimmy Stash, right?
Not even Stimmy Stash, with the Hot Boy Boogie Project. I'm the first artist to ever feature themselves on a project. Like I did a joint project with myself from 2 different decades. Like my prepubescent self featured on every song along with me as I mentored him to grow to be who I already am. It's like I warped time and shit. Nobody's ever done that in hip hop, bro. Yeah, especially at the age that I've done it. So I wasn't even 30 when I did that. And to say that I was rapping on each song from 2 different decades, I barely was 2 decades old. So like that lets you know how long I've been doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
And my legacy will be that for sure. Like the Hot Boy Boogie Project is a history making. It's like a tree fell in the forest but nobody heard it. Like I made history. It's just waiting for y'all to discover it.
That's a dope analogy right there.
It's there already.
Say that one more time.
It's like a tree fell in the forest but nobody heard it. Like, did it make, they ask you like, did it really make a sound if nobody heard it? The history has already been made. Y'all just gotta go figure that out. Y'all gotta go find it. Do y'all research. I ain't no Soulja Boy shit saying like I'm the first and shit. But
oh no, that nigga not even the first. We already know what's going on with that.
But legitimately, I recorded my first project when I was 10, and I revisited it within the next 2 decades, bro. And I featured myself on every song. Aside from that, my legacy will be an MC. The maintenance of an MC, like of MCing, the maintenance of MCing throughout every phase of hip hop that we've been through. Like I always reference like Fat Joe. Like bro, Fat Joe has literally been rapping since digging in the crates. Since you gotta flow, Joe. You gotta flow, Joe. He went from that to I make it rain. And the shit with him and Remy. What's their latest joint?
Is that All the Way Up we thinking about?
Yeah, All the Way Up. Like he's been present and impactful and solid and verified like through every phase of hip hop. Same here. And like I want to make sure like motherfuckers know like I was always here, bro. I never stopped. You should never give up. My legacy is to show like never give up. in its simplest
My
forms.
bad. I don't mean to cut you off.
No.
But I forgot an important segment is this is White Tees and Joggers. So I got on, white tee as usual. Again, the EPTM joggers. And I got some flip-flops on. Tell us about what you got on. I recognize a brand on that hat. Tell us about that.
My boy Ego. What's the shit?
Shout out to Ego, man. This whole idea came from Ego. If y'all know the backstory.
I didn't even know that. This is a coincidence, too.
This is a backstory. Me and Ego was recording a joint. I forget the name, but I think it was called Real Ones. I've been trying, if you remember the very first episodes of this shit, I've been trying to get Ego to release the song. I don't know what's going on. We need to figure it out. But my verse was how these niggas real. So that's how White Tees and Joggers came about. So shout out to my nigga Ego Jalil.
For sure. I forgot the brand. What's the brand called though, bro? I'm wild. My bad, Ego. But yeah, this Ego Jalil shit. White tee.
Is it Persona?
Persona.
Yeah,
Persona,
okay.
Chicago, bro. Persona shot. Yeah, Persona for sure. My bad, bro. And a white tee that Vontae made me purchase, y'all. Like, I ain't even realize I ain't own a white tee.
You come on this show, you wearing a white t-shirt and
I
jogger
swear
pants.
I
That's
ain't
all
peeped
I
it.
asked.
I didn't even notice that I didn't own one.
Just take another drink for the white tees, man.
Some regular old black joggers, bro. On feet though, like I'm a sneakerhead, so that's what's most important about mine. On feet though, I got some Nike Airway Ups, the Crescent City edition. I don't know if y'all could see them joints, but these actually pretty old, bro. I just keep them good. I just sold a pair of shoes, 11 years old, bro. I just sold them motherfuckers for like the same price I bought them for.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that, because you swear you a sneakerhead, but you a Chicago nigga and ain't never owned a pair of Mikes and ain't never owned a pair of fresh white ones.
I've worn ones, but once I peeped, like, I don't like wearing what people wear, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you, especially on foot. So like,
but it's an iconic silhouette.
Yeah,
it's nothing like a pair of all white ones. Like the fresh ones, you feel me? It's nothing like it, man.
The fact that everybody wear it though, bro, like I can't do it. I want to be a bit more creative. To me, it's kind of like lazy, but I understand it for sure. When I was in high school, this before Freshers Kicks, I probably wouldn't have worn Freshers Kicks. I refused to get some ones, bro. I think what it was, I went to the store to get some ones, and they was out. And I was like, you know what? I ain't want them no way. I don't want to look like nobody no way. And I bought a pair of Birdman lugs.
Oh, man, you taking it back. Oh, man. I had a pair of the butter joints, too, back in grammar school. Yeah.
I bought a pair of all-white Birdman.
Oh, you had the all-white joints? Oh, yeah.
Because that's what I went to get some all-white ones. I went and got some all-white lugs with the strap on them and shit.
Birdman, daddy, I'm fine any winter. Oh, you was tripping.
That was my Cash, me being a loyal Cash Money head. I got every Cash Money CD, too, from like 92 to 2006.
All right, so let's go segue into the next question. What's your favorite Manny Fresh produced track that he did with Cash Money?
Oh, you wild as hell.
Hey, I want to get everything everybody else ain't getting out of you.
Oh no. Favorite Manny Fresh produced track? It is not gonna come to me right now, bro. And I don't want to say nothing. What's my favorite Manny Fresh beat, bro?
Mine, I'm going to obviously say Big Timers. Like, I know that's easy and cliche.
Which song?
Gate up, boo.
Oh, Still Fly. Okay, Still Fly.
That beat's so hard to me.
It is. It's a classic.
That'd be hard.
He got so many. I'm trying to name a deep cut. I don't want to name the typical shit.
Can't pay my rent, cause all my money spent.
What the fuck would be my favorite Fresh beat? See, I ain't know you was gonna ask me this. God damn.
I gotta stump you, man. So if you can't answer
you
can't answer that, then won't you tell me like the albums that you grew up with too, that left like a real big impact or imprint on your sound that got you to, like, I'm sure as a kid that was like some particular albums or particular songs, some artists that you was like, I want to do this shit and like make people feel like this, that, the third. So like for me, like everybody that know me know it's the documentary easily. Like that album, like I'm in Chicago, I started the Compton Click. Like this is the first time I traded in Chicago.
Taking it seriously though, right?
Yeah, no. This was just like me being young, what was this, 04, 05? This me being young and been like, damn, like, the storytelling on that, first of all, the production on that album is crazy. But, like, I remember when How We Do came out and, like, Hated to Love It. Like, I'm in school. This is my first time trading on Chicago. I started the Compton Click in school. Like, everything about that, like, I was red and shit. I'm from Chicago. We got the Bulls. So I'm wearing Bull shit everywhere, left and right. Like, I just, like, I was all red, everything. I was Suwoo, all that shit. You feel me? Shout out to the Bloods, you feel me? So, like, what album would you say had that type of impact on you as a kid that make you feel like I want to do this music shit now? Because you say you started at a young age. So.
Man, it can't be. I would be remiss if I didn't name like the first album I bought based on the first music video I saw that changed my entire life. Like I haven't been the same since I saw this video, and it's Hot Boys Get It, We On Fire, and that is from the album Guerrilla Warfare. My first 3 CDs I bought, bro, Hot Boys Guerrilla Warfare, BG Chopper City, Juvenile 400 Degrees.
Now, did you really buy them or was they like bootleg? Because I bought some bootlegs. You know,
I own
niggas ain't had no job back in grammar school.
My collection is legendary. My collection is something of legend. I own all them real joints, bro. Like I used to have some of the hard to get joints. I used to have them burned, but since then I've gotten every single CD. Those 3 are the reason Guerrilla Warfare is the reason I started rapping. But again, I was trying to just sound like a hot boy. So at 8 years old, I'm rapping about killing niggas and all type of shit, like unbelievable shit. When I started really putting my life into my music and like MCing instead of just rapping, taking it seriously, the craft, the therapeutic aspect of it, that was based on Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt. Which is pretty cliche.
Was it the... Because I just had a conversation with one of my guys about Illmatic and Reasonable Doubt. Like, I tell everybody, like, Jay don't got an Illmatic. Like, now this particular dude, you know, was in the street, so obviously he resonate more to Reasonable Doubt because he was messing with the, you know, woo. But I just feel like considering, like, the age that Esco was at that time, the productions, you know, you got Primo on now, you know, the Lord's Professor. And then the fact that it's so quick, like you play that album and let it go all the way through. It's like, what, I think 32, 33 minutes or something. It don't hit you and register that you taking all that in such a short time. And it's straight to the point. Like when I get the Reasonable Doubt, like I fuck with it, there's joints on it, but it's like, it's all over the place to me. It's still a classic album, but it's not Illmatic, you feel me? Like, so when you said Nas and Juvenile, because like I'm a big like Esco fan, like so like I'm still trying to figure out how you made that connection. Like was it the storytelling that gravitated to you? Was it his?
Juve is a storyteller.
Okay, yeah, 100%.
Juve is a storyteller.
I think Nas is like the mob boss of storytelling.
For sure.
You know,
Nas is he's hip hop's like
historian,
literal reporter, live reporter. That connection was made, bro. I want to say based on like how genuine they are as artists, like how raw they are and how willing they are to put themselves in their music and their environment and how well they report on what they've experienced and what they've seen and shit. Like Juvenile was also the oldest of the Hot Boys, so it was like getting some game from an old head as well. And Nas was always wise beyond his years and shit. So like I think maybe the maturity, their delivery, 2 very distinct and unique voices. I'm big on voices. You could be the dopest artist in the world. Your voice will lose me. Like I won't listen to your music.
That's the Drake Quentin Miller thing then too, huh? Because like
Gotta
everybody
be.
say,
gotta be.
Like some people say,
I never thought of that either.
Some people say like, me personally, I can't say, like if I got somebody writing for me, I can't consider myself one of the greatest writers. But then again, you got a factor, can this dude deliver this the way he delivered it? And he can't. But shout out to the 1907, one of my favorite waters. This episode is, you know, ghettoly brought to you by them. You know, the water and the Hennessy. So now we're gonna segue over to a little bit of different, you know, I wanna get this in. Cause you know, this is Chicago nigga I'm with. So we about to do a hood edition, man. So Ask you some quick questions. Yeah, I'm about to start some shit, man.
This is that type of shit that. This the reason why I feel like Chicago's so divided now. We gotta come together.
It's all love.
We need to come together.
It's all love. I fuck with out south, over east, up north. You know, but we.
I'm from the
290, 290 gang over here. Shout out to the Wild Hunters. You feel me? But all right, let's get it cracking. We're right off the bat, man. Uncle Remus or Harold's, man.
I'm from the hundreds.
Uncle Remus or Harold's, man.
I don't know. Like I feel like I prefaced the question, like y'all. It's a no-brainer. I'm sorry. I'm from the hundreds.
Uncle Remus or Harold's, man. Give us a reason why, man.
Cause I'm from the hundreds. I feel like Harold's, bro. Harold's.
I'm with Remus all day.
And I'll say this. Uncle Remus is more consistent, I guess. But it's fewer locations than it is Harold, so it's easier to be more consistent.
Oh, you making an excuse.
Am I lying?
Who got the better chicken, nigga?
Which Harold's? That's what I wish Harold's was like. I wish each place kept the same recipe. They don't. We know
Uncle Remus on Madison and Central. Harold's out right off the 94, off 87.
Harold's.
We gonna keep it going,
Harold's.
then.
I like the little bread and shit from Uncle Remus.
Twister or Bump J?
Twister.
I'm shocked. I would have thought you would have said Bump.
Again, Twister has been in this shit since. He's been in every era, every phase of hip hop, bro. The man was tongue twister. Like, back in boom bap. He was tongue twisting during boom bap rap.
Facts. Young as hell.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's arguable between him or Common, bro, who's Chicago's first rapper. They both premiered the same year. Then, I don't even like revealing this fact, but it don't benefit me. I was gonna try to do something with this marketing type shit. But any Chicago artists out there, if you working on your second project, call that bitch Resurrection. That's what I would have done had I known that Twista's second project was called Resurrection and Common's second project is called Resurrection. And they both start rapping the same year. This is a whole like complete coincidence type shit. They became known as rappers the same year.
You think it was like on some competitive shit? You think
I don't even think they knew. I don't even think they knew. Of course, they probably heard of each other in them circles and shit in that network, but I don't think they knew that they was competing for the title of Chicago's first rapper. Like Common is called Chicago's Nas since he started and shit. But there was nobody that you couldn't call Twister nobody.
Yeah, he's in his own lane for sure.
Was just Twister. He was tongue twister. If you a Chicago artist and you working on your second project, call that bitch Resurrection, and you probably be like if it's I feel like it's in the stars for those people to have, and you're gonna be known as one of the Chicago greats. Because those two they're the two Chicago greats.
Goats. All right, so we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna say G Herbo or Saba.
Well, I got a track with Saba. So I'm gonna say Saba. I fuck with Saba. Sab. I fuck with Sab. Shout out to Pivot. Shout out to Mello. Rest in peace, my boy John Walt.
Allah bless the dead.
Rest in peace, John Walt, bro. Rest in peace. Squeak too. Rest in peace, Squeak Pivot.
Allah bless the dead. Squeak was one of the first guys to like instill some confidence in me.
Straight up?
Squeak did.
Same with John Walt for me, bro.
Squeak did. I did a show in the Iridium basement. And,
same here, bro.
Squeak wound up DJing the show for me. And after the set, like he was just so straightforward and on point with me, giving me little pointers and shit like, yo, you should rule. And, you know, like I said, God bless the dead, but like, yeah, that man like put a different battery in my back to, you know, keep me going. So,
yo,
like I said, Allah bless the dead.
Yo, Iridium basement.
We having a whole like history lesson in this motherfucker right now.
Straight up. If you don't know, you need to anyway. So
if you don't know, now you know, nigga. God bless the dead.
For sure. In the Iridium basement, it was I want to say it was Ego's show. Ego put on a show. He was on the bill, of course. I was on the bill. And John Walt was damn near headlining that motherfucker. He went last, if I'm not mistaken.
We got so much in common with that. I want to segue a little bit. Well, before we get there, I want to ask you about some of the food in Chicago. We're going to get that now.
Right.
Home Run Inn or Italian Fiesta?
I feel like Home Run Inn is some, because it's one right there on Western, right there on like 100, what's that, 100? 9th? Some shit like that. That's where I'm from. I'm gonna say Italian Fiesta actually.
Which Italian Fiesta you talking about? Because I know about the little. I've been over east before. I know about the Italian Fiesta.
On the low end. That's the one I feel like we frequented. I don't know. I'm actually navigationally challenged.
I like the one on 71st Bells. Over east.
That might be what I'm talking about.
Over east.
I honestly don't even remember. That's some shit that me and my pops used to eat when I was younger and shit, Italian Fiesta. But since then I was on some beggars. That's why I was telling you, like, I'm gonna throw in some wild cards in this motherfucker. Beggars. Neither. Beggars Pizza. Waldo Cooney's. What the fuck y'all know about Cooney's?
All right, well, Sharks or Whales? We gonna take it there. You say you're a Sharks guy.
Sharks.
Yo, that was easy for you, huh?
Sharks. And on the 111th, that Sharks on the 111th at Halsted. I'm the first motherfucker I like honey barbecue shit. Asked him about the honey barbecue shrimp invented by none other than Boogie Fu.
All right, well, now we gonna talk. I'm talking specifically women. Wild Hunters or out west? Who you think got the better woman?
Hunters.
No, I think you being based, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm being biased. The Hunters for sure, cause I say the Hunters. Maybe I'm both. I don't want to say what I really want to say, cause
Man, speak your mind, man.
No, no, that get you in trouble. I'm gonna say the Hunters. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna say the Hunters. I love all the ladies, of course, but the Hunters.
The Hunters, huh? I would give out south the edge, but I'm speaking on, like, you know, the Inglewood.
What's the criteria?
Areas,
what we looking for in this woman?
You know, I'm talking about overall.
You know what I'm
swag,
saying?
The swag, the body,
The Hunters.
the lingo. You feel me? Like the mannerisms.
South side, east side, over the west side.
Here you go, man.
And I love all y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Here you go, man. It's always West Side Shade. So, what you got going on coming up, man? Is there anything like we should be looking forward to? Like, tell us what's coming up with you with Boogie Fu.
Next joint. I just dropped my 30th music video, which is crazy. I ain't even peeped that shit. That's called For My Bitch. Arcana's anthem in memory of my dog.
Allah bless the dead.
My actual
Allah bless the dead.
pet, my cane corso. But coming up, I got a video dropping for one of my latest singles, Doppelganger. Me and IB, as well as MARSALIS of the Epiphanies.
Very familiar with the two.
Very familiar. We are working on our project. A few things in the works with Stimmy Stash. Stimmy Stash is...
Yeah, tell the people a little bit about Stimmy Stash, before we wrap it up.
Stimmy Stash is, it started as, it's a piggy bank, actually. It's a piggy bank that encourages.
Look at Vino with one of the joints.
Man, shout out to 1050 with the purchase. If you ain't get one, you missed out. Stimmy Stash is a tool. It's a personification of generational wealth. Despite the systemic impoverishment that Black people and other races who are like marginalized races, we encourage economic empowerment despite systemic impoverishment. So like getting it despite what's being said, getting it despite the cards you're being dealt.
And this was enshrined in like the hip hop museum, right?
This is a product that is featured in the Universal Hip Hop Museum.
Dope.
In the Bronx. They'll be breaking ground in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. You'll be able to see this within their archives. I get what you were saying earlier. This is another historical moment for hip hop too. This is hip hop's piggy bank. A few things in the works with Stimmy Stash as far as like digital assets. We moving into the digital space. We're gonna be
some NFTs popping.
Yeah, we got some NFTs and just some redesigns, repackaging, digital version, all that good stuff. You can call me Mr. Stimmy Stash if you like to. Some people really call me that shit, which is great. Stimmy Stash. People like, oh, Stimmy Stash.
Other than that, go ahead. My bad.
Other than that, just stay tuned. I'm working on music at all times. I'm a product developer now, so I got to split my time between that. You'll see some more things from Infinite and Only Creations. That's my company. That's where every creation will come from. Infinite and Only Creations. We got a few things for Chicago and everything.
All right, so before we wrap it up and get out of here, man, tell the people where they can find you at on everything, whether that be like a website, IG, Spotify, Apple Music. Where can we find the music? Where can we stay in tune with everything Boogie got going on?
If you want a Stimmy Stash, or if you want to know everything that's going on with that, StimmyStash.com. We just made our donation to the Boss Up Foundation and the Backspins Foundation. We just did that today, actually. A portion of the proceeds of Stimmy Stash goes towards a youth development organization. We just donated to the foundation that is sponsored by Rap Snacks.
Dope.
Man. As far as myself personally, you can find me on Instagram. That's my biggest platform, even though the algorithm is tripping.
Hey, you still got one, man. They didn't kick me off. I talk too much real shit.
This dude.
They kicked me off.
This dude. I don't never want his problems. I
talk too much of that real shit.
But it's necessary. I tell him that too. Like I'm a little guilty. I encourage that shit. Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, I'll be that guy, man.
Somebody got to do that shit, bro. On Instagram, you can find me at Boogie B, the number 8, GIE, or at Stimmy.Stash. We started a TikTok too for Stimmy Stash. That's just Stimmy Stash. Stimmy Stash. And you can go find all my music. I'm on every streaming platform as Ace Boogie or Boogie Foo. Just search Boogie. B, the number 8, GIE. That's how you'll find me on anything you can think of. You'll find me on something related to me, as long as you type in B, the number 8, GIE, Boogie.
And I am on Instagram under just strictly music. We ain't talking none of that political science shit. Devontae Boomaye Inc. VONTE BOMAYE INC. Devontae Boomaye on all the streaming platforms. Again, I wanted to salute you. This was your idea to even bring White Tees and Joggers back. Because my other Instagram got disabled and they kicked me off. So all of them OG episodes is gone. It was his idea to bring it back. It was his idea to bring guests on. So salute to my nigga Boogie Foo. Hint, hint. We got some more music coming out soon. So we looking forward to that.
For sure.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on. Being the first guest of the inaugural White Tees and Joggers podcast.
I'm honored. It's an honor.
Yeah, man. And more history for my nigga, man. He could be like Soulja Boy and be like, I was the first one on it. You feel
Straight
me?
up.
Yeah.
Straight
so
up.
salute my guys. All love.
Much
Keep
love,
doing
bro.
you, man.
For
and
sure.
Appreciate you for coming on, man.
We out here. Work up.
We out.
Boogie Foo.
Huh.